Sleep till I come home. Dream of something sweet. I will be there soon to wake you so discreet. Sleep till I come home. Dream of something sweet. I'll be there soon to wake you so discreet. Windows got the sun. Doors invite us through. To wake you so discreet.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. Hello, can you just put up a yes if I am audible in the chat? Hello, am I audible clearly? Your voice is low. Just a minute, guys. Hello. Hello. Now is it clear? Just a minute guys, let me check my volume. Hello. 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 Okay, I'm just seeing the comments. Once the audio is okay, we can proceed with today's session. Speak louder, speak louder. Okay, just a minute. Hello. Okay, just a minute guys. Hello. Okay. Okay, let me try without. I guess the hello. 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 Is it clear now? Okay. So today we'll begin with the data types part. I'll just write down the agenda for today's session. Okay, so today we'll be dealing with first of all we'll see how to interact with the Windows web browser window. So like in that we have alert, prompt. Just let me mute myself. Yeah, alert, prompt, and then one more function we'll look at. Just a minute. Am I echo? Guys, am I audible clearly? Just let me check. Don't worry, I'll explain this in Visual Studio Code. Okay, then we have alert and we have, am I audible? Yeah, okay. So now we'll go ahead. So we have alert, prompt and confirm. Guys, just a minute, I'll just put it in Visual Studio Code also. Okay, let me do it there only. It will be better for you also. So Hey guys, just a minute, sorry for this. Let me again connect to my headphones only. Hello. Hello. Now is it clear? Okay. So we'll continue in our yesterday's folder only. Was it JavaScript? The screen is visible. Okay, just a minute guys, just hold on a minute. I'll just check my sound settings. Hello. 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 Now is it audible? Yes, volume is just done everything to full. Hello. 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 Is it audible now? Perfectly. Is it clear now, guys? I guess it should be clear now. Okay. So yeah, now we'll have our day 2 folder here. Okay, it went. I'll have a new folder named day 2. And within day 2, as always, we'll have our index.html file. And I hope you know the shortcut to get the boilerplate of HTML, that is shift plus exclamation mark. I guess this is visible, right? Is it visible? Okay, so now I'll just write some HTML. Okay, I'll just put day 2. Now we'll have our basic setup ready. First of all, we'll hit go live, and this should be working here, right here. Just put it here, and then we have this right here. Is it visible now to everyone? Okay, so now today we'll be learning about I'll write whatever we are learning here. Now first we'll learn about alert prompt and confirm dialog. These are model boxes in JavaScript. Okay, so yeah, so now I'll just okay, I have index.html, and now we'll have our scripts folder as always, and in script folder we will have our I'll write something as one.js, some name, and now we'll link that file to our HTML part. I'll just write some code in that. Just to see it's working. And then we'll write the script tag. Okay, so we have hello here, so our script is working fine. So first of all, I would like to make 3 sections, that is alert, prompt and confirm. Now what are all these 3 things? So now whenever you are like going on some websites, you will basically see that sometime a window pops up in front of you which will ask like, do you want to leave this site? Are you sure you want to leave this site? Some kind of model boxes. And without interacting with those model boxes, you cannot go ahead with your you cannot interact with any other part of the window, right? Like, have you seen any of such model boxes while browsing the net? Is my voice audible clearly, guys? Okay, so have you come across some model boxes which are centered in this window, alerts and all? Okay, so to write an alert statement, all you have to do is alert, hey, I am an alert, and now you can see that this window pops up right in the center, and without interacting with this model box, I cannot interact with any part of that screen. Yep, Krishna very correctly said, when exiting from the form or bank transactions. Okay, so this is an alert, so it will just pop up, and the position of this window is defined by the browser and depends browser to browser. The styling of that window is dependent on the browser which you are using, so you cannot modify that thing. So what are all these things? I'll just write here. These all are models. Models are those pop-ups which don't allow you to interact with other part of the web page unless you have interacted with the model pop-up. I guess this definition is clear. We'll come to that yes no things. Just tick on. I guess it is very much clear, this thing. So now coming to prompt, the same it goes with prompt, and then you have to, as you can see, it is asking that VS Code is giving a pop-up. What is the parameters of this prompt? It is message, which is of type string, and by default what value you have to give. So first we'll just give one value. What is your age? I'll just comment this out, and you can see this input window right here, which is asking me what is your age. So if I put some age, it will be stored in variable which I give here. So like let age is equal to prompt what is your age, and if I console log this age variable, I'll get that in my console. So like I am putting 24, you can see that this variable is now printed here. Okay, so now apart from this, if you want to add another by default value, like if someone is not entering by default whatever the placeholder text you want to keep there, you can just put 20 here, and I'll just save this, and now you can see that by default 20 is loaded in that input field. So if you want the syntax, I'll just write the syntax also for this. Prompt, then you have the title, and then you have default value. Now this thing is optional. We'll come to this age section later, like when you are dealing with loops, then you can have particular values to age. And now confirm. No, so what? Okay, so if you want to see what happens if I press the escape key, I'll just remove this. Now there are two things which happen in this prompt. If you give some value, it returns that value, but if you don't give any value and if you hit escape, it will return undefined. Okay, so now we'll see that thing. I'll just refresh this page and I'll just hit escape key. Now it is giving null. Is it okay? It is your age. Okay, so it has returned null if I'm hitting the escape key, like it hasn't got any value inside it. Let me console log this also, and now I'll console log this also. By the way, this value is returned in string, so if you want to convert it to number, we'll see that later how to you can do type conversions in JavaScript. Ashok Kumar, pop-up message. To display pop-up, there are three things: alert, prompt, and confirm. I have just explained that you can view it in the recording later, or you can just go backwards in the rewind this video and you can see those. So now you have confirm thing. Now okay, to write the confirm you have to just put confirm, and now you will see it is asking, what is it asking? A message. So you can just put any question, are you over 18, and you can just save this. So now you will get a pop-up saying a question. It is a question, are you 18? Okay, and cancel. Now this okay will return value as true and cancel will return value as false. So I'll just return values, So if you are hitting yes, sorry, if you are hitting OK, it will return true. But if you are hitting cancel, it will return to you false. To check this, I'll again, okay, we'll do this thing and we'll do console.log age. I'll just reload this once. Now you can see it has returned true because I hit the OK button. And if you are hitting cancel, it is returning false. You cannot modify the statements, buddy. These are like browser things. If you want to make your custom models, you will have to write that in HTML. From yesterday's class, Kumari, yesterday's class let concept is there on the YouTube. You can just go back to that video and see it. Okay, so now this is the thing, and let me just take your doubts. Just looking to your doubts once. Do you have any doubts till now? Just put them in the chat. Okay. Just a minute, guys. Let me change my camera location. Just a minute, guys. Okay, is the code visible now? Okay, what do you want me to scroll? Which code do you want to see? Okay, so we'll just go forward. Now these are the three things I wanted to explain to you. Okay, just let me check my window position again. I guess this is okay. Okay, now we are done with this first part, interaction with the user, and now I'll just comment this script here, and now we'll look at data types in JavaScript. So I'll have another file right here which will be data types.js. Why is VS Code screen not visible to you guys? So I can see it in my mobile. Please hold your doubts regarding yesterday's session till the end. I'll clear those later. Okay, So again we'll do the same thing. I'll just go and copy paste this script tag here, and I name it datatypes.js. So now just as always we'll check if the file is being loaded. Console.log. Learning data types. Okay, my background is again conflicting. Just hold on a minute guys, let me just set up the background. Just give me a minute guys, I'll just set up the background and be back. Yep, we'll just, let me just take this, I'll just put a very light theme. I guess now it's okay. Okay, so I won't be looking at the comments right now, so we'll just go ahead. Now in data types we basically have okay guys, just hold on your comments till I am done with this concept. I want you to focus on this concept. Okay, so yeah, so first of all I'll just make a multi-line comment. So now the data types will be dealing with are, I'll just write them in this HTML file as well. Now there are two types of data types. One is primitive data types and other one is reference data types. I guess the code is visible. Okay, so now we'll be dealing with those. Now I'll write just we'll just look at the primitive and I'll segregate this as reference data types. First I'll write down the data types and then I'll explain you one by one. Now there is number, then there is string, then there is Boolean, then there is bigint, then there is then there is null, and there is undefined. Now then there is in reference you have your array, your functions, objects, just don't look at that HTML right now. It is just to make you understand what am I writing. So now we'll just go and look at those one on one. So first of all, what is primitive data types? So primitive data types are those data types which can have a particular single value. Like you cannot have value pairs in that. Like number can only hold one thing, string can only hold one thing, boolean can only hold one thing. So now what is the difference between all those things? We'll go one by one. So to start with, I'll start with number, and for number, okay, so how to write a number? So you have to just write number as let num is equal to any number without quotes. You have to write, and then you have to just console.log the number. Now you can see that this number is printed, but it is in different color. So please note this, that this color represents that this is a number. So if I put quotes here, now we will see the color will change to white. So these are the small things in the developer console. So I'll just this. So this is how you can write number. I'll be going in detail on this in type conversion here only in this one file. So I'm just writing the initialize, how to initialize the particular data type. Now string, you can write let str is equal to, in double quotes I'll write Prasad, and I'll write console.log str. Now you can see that we have this string here. Now how to write strings? There are three methods actually. This is one is double quote, other one is let str is equal to, I am writing in single quotes some another name, let's upgrade. Okay, now I will be commenting this out. So now this is also working the same way. Now another way is if I write in backticks. Okay, now where you can find backtick is above the tab key in your keyboard. There will be this backticks. Now these are also called as template literals. So what this will allow is you can use this in a good manner. I'll show you how. Now I am writing here let's upgrade again. So this will also work the same way. Now how these backticks are useful, like you can, okay, so we'll come to that later. Let it keep suspense till now. I'll just comment these things. Okay, we are going very slow, I guess. Then we have completed number, we have started, then we have boolean. Is equal to true. Now this is how you can console, how you can declare a boolean value. For example, to give a better example, let can drive, and you can set it to true, and it is printing true. So if I am doing a false, now it is false. Now people coming from other languages like Python, just just make sure that this first letter is small and not capital. So this is how you can initialize a boolean. Now you must be asking, what is this big int? Okay, so I'll just explain you. Big int is the number format allows you to enter numbers up to 2 raised to 53 minus 1, which goes to somewhere around like you write 1 2 3 4, sometimes very long, but sometimes in some cases, which if you want to write a bigger number, then you can use big int. Now how to initialize big int? It is very simple. Just write let your something num is equal to, and just write 1 2 3 4 something, and just write the n thing at the last. Now it will be considered as big int. Now if I write console.log, and I'm console logging this, now it is a big int. Just see at the color. Now you can see that it is of big int type. The type is big int. Right here it is showing in VS Code that it has identified it as big int. Okay, now this is also done. Now we have left with null and undefined. So what is null and what is undefined? I'll take your doubts after I am done with this undefined part. So what is null? Like you may be saying that null is an empty value, or it is considered as 0, but that is wrong. Null is that value which the developer intentionally keeps it as null. Like it is not equal to null, sorry, it is not equal to 0 or empty. It is intentionally kept as null. Okay, so also this is not equal to this. JavaScript is case sensitive, so this won't work. Also this won't work. It has to be all lowercase. So if I put let null var is equal to null, and console.log null var, now you can see that it is null has been printed. Now what is undefined, and when undefined is printed? When you initialize one variable and you do not give any value to it, by default it has a value of undefined. So to take an example, I'll just define a right here, and I'll just console log this a. So you can see that it has automatically considered its value as undefined. So if you want to implicitly give the value as undefined, you can also do that. I can just write undefined here, and it is still showing the same value. So since I am giving you this code, I'll have this on separate line, these two things. Okay, so like, okay, you cannot declare the same variable. If I can do this, but I want you to have the code, so I'll just comment the whole thing. So any doubts in this till now, like just the declaration part? I'll come to type conversions, coercions. Any doubts regarding the data types? Okay, you want me to explain big int? I cannot type that expression, like I'll just explain you. So this is 2 to the power of 53 minus 1. So this is the value which that number thing can hold. 53, that number can hold, but in case your number is greater than this thing length, then you will have to use bigint. I guess it's clear now. Okay, what is the use of null? Null when you want to initialize a variable with nothing, so you can use null. is boolean value declare only in camel case variable? No, camel case is the way of writing the variable. Where did you see that? Can drive? No, not necessary. I'll just clear this doubt once. See, I am just using, okay, and I'll remove it from here also. It is still working, so it has nothing to do with the variable name. Just why let we cannot use var. I already explained yesterday that what is the difference between var, let and const, and let and const are the part of modern JavaScript, so I'll be mostly using that thing. Also, why var you will explain where we come to for loops in functions and everything. Prompt and everything it's already covered. You can just go and rewind the video. Okay, one thing, primitive and reference difference. So the thing is memory allocation. So one is stored in heap and other is stored in stack. So reference is stored in heap and primitive is stored in stack. So that is one difference you can ask. And also another difference is this can hold a singular value, whereas this can hold multiple values. Like array can have a collection, function can have a collection, object is a collection only, but this thing can have only one string, one number, one string, one boolean value, a number, again a null, and undefined. Okay, so now we'll come to type conversion. I'll just write here what I am covering next. So we'll go into one by one. For example, we are in now the number part. Okay, so how you can convert this thing? So for example, I am having strn as a number in double quotes. Now this is a string, right? So I am writing 500 here. So if I am putting console.log, so first of all, okay, before that I'll just write a p tag. You can check the type of the variable using type of keyword. Okay, so now it's printed here, so you can refer to it. I'll just put strn right here. Now you can see it is printed as a string. So what if I have to check the type of that variable? One way is to just write type of and it will put it as string. Now another way to write this type of is console.log, and I can just write type of as a function and then I can put strn inside it. Now it will also give me the same output, and those are the two ways how you can use the type of keyword. Now I'll repeat this whole thing. Okay, now here also I'll have to just so I will explain one more thing right here. I'll just comment this and I'll take this. Now just look at the console. Okay, so we already have a number. I'll just use this as number as of now, so you can see the different types. So now you can see it's Boolean. Okay, we have the same variable. Use this here. So you can see the data type is bigint, and now just watch here what happens. I'll explain why this null var. Now you will see that null is showing as object. I'll tell you why this is an object. So now if you see this part, all the data types we have studied till there are in proper, like number is a number, string, boolean, big int and undefined, but only null is been logged as a type of object. So what happened is, this is a, you can say, a bug in JavaScript from the first version of JavaScript. Like if you are from Python, if you can recollect, when we use a map function or filter function and you don't typecast it on something else, it is thrown as something as 00x00 something. If you don't typecast it into a list like an object, it is thrown. So it is internally, this null is something like this. It is stored as an object of something, like it is some different number. I'm just giving you an example. So this is a bug you can call in JavaScript, that it considers it as an object. So now this okay, so this is how you can see the type of your variable. Now after type, you have to see how you can convert one type into another type. So to convert a number, okay, so we'll convert everything into number first. So I'll just comment, okay, let it be here. I'll just go here and start writing. Let okay, I'll directly write in console.log number, and I'll pass a string here 1 2 3 4. Now just watch, it has converted that thing into a number. Will you want me to comment these things? I'll just comment everything. Guys, I'm not looking at the chat at the moment, so just hold on for your doubts, or else I'll end up missing those. So yeah, console.log. Now you can see that it has printed the number in the number format, like we have passed a string inside it, but it has considered it as a number. So if you see, by default, if I console log this, it will be as a string. See, to make it more simpler, I'll just write let num1 is equal to 1 2 3. Now I'll just convert this num1 into number of num1. Now what I did here is, I just converted the value in this variable into a number format and stored it into the same variable. Now one concept here is how the assignment happens. Assignment usually happens from right to left. So whatever value you have on the left side of this operator is equal to operator is stored into the value into the operand on the left variable. So like first what we are doing first is converting this num1 variable into a number, and then we are storing it into this thing. So now if I just go and do console.log and I do num1 comma type of num1, you can see that it is printed as a type is number and the value is 1 2 3. So what if I remove this whole line. So now you can see that 1 to 3 is a string. Okay, the same thing, like if you want, we'll convert all the things into a number. So for example, I'll do console. I'm just writing in console log directly. I hope that you know how to do this right now. Console.log, I'll just put number. Now you will be asked, what can we convert Boolean into number? Yes, you can do that for sure. Like true will evaluate, we'll just see, okay, what true will evaluate. It will evaluate to 1. So it's like binary thing, 0 and 1. Now here we have evaluated a Boolean value to a number. So I'll just write false also, it will evaluate to 0. Okay, so now going forward, after doing this number thing, we can just go ahead and do the string convert. Okay, so before going ahead, one more thing is you can use, I'll just comment this thing. One more thing you can do is num is equal to, there is parse int, which is used to like parse it into a integer value, and I can just put num1 here. I'll just console log it directly, console.log, and I'm just putting parse int right here. Now you can see that it has converted into this integer. So what difference does this make? Now if I put 854, it will still convert it into 1 to 3. Like it is not considering it as a decimal, it is considering as it as an integer. So what you want, if you want to have a float thing, so same we have parse float function. So now you can have this float conversion from string. So now if this is a number and you want to have only this 2 decimal points, not the whole thing, so what you can do is you can write console.log and num1.toFixed. Now if you see at the pop-up, returns a string representing a number in a fixed point notation. Now what it is asking is fraction digits. Now I'll write toFixed. Now it will ask how many digits do I want to show. So I'll write 2. Okay, num1.toFixed, just a minute guys, toFixed. Okay, my bad, a mistake. Console.log. So you can see that it has taken only up to the 2 digits. So that is all about the number conversion. Now going to the string part. We have this string with us. I guess, yeah, I did that console log. Now going with the string part, if you have a string, I'll say let num_str is equal to sorry, I have 1 to 3. Now I want to convert this into a string. So all I have to do is use the string, this whatever is here, just use this to convert. Just a minute guys. So yeah, so if I want to convert this into string, I can use console.log and I will do string of this num_str. And if you want to check the type, I can do type of, and I'll pass num_str inside it. And now you can have this as type as number. Okay, it has not changed. I'll have to reassign it here. Numstr is equal to so now it's string. Now this is also not needed, like we have converted into a string. And if you try converting a number and a mixture of number and text, it will give you a error. Like for example, okay, that goes here, sorry, it's my bad. So like for example, I want to convert console.log one thing. Okay, just a minute. Console.log number, and I am writing here a string as 123 A 123 D 6 again G. Now this will give you error as not a number. Now what happened is it has read the number till 1 to 3, but it has come across a character D which it cannot convert it to a number, so it is throwing a value as not a number. Is it clear till here? Is it clear till here, guys? Can you please tell in the chat if it's clear? Yeah, yes. Let's just put him in the chat, no? Any doubts you have till here? Just give me a moment, guys. Okay, so NaN means not a number. So like if you go ahead and see here 1 2 3 and then you have a character as D, so you cannot convert the string into a number, string character, I mean like alphabets, into a number. That is why it is telling it's not a number. Okay, now we'll go across some basic maths thing, and then we'll again come back to this file. I'll just comment this. Some basic clear, sir. What is %? So %, it just converts the value you have in string into int. That's all. How to comment a line? You have to just hold control and okay, I'll write also. I've already written it yesterday. So I have already mentioned it in the notes. Okay, so now we'll come to some mathematical operators. I'll just name it as maths. Okay, now as always we'll have another script tag, and name it as maths. Now what all things we are going to learn here is console.log. We'll learn here what is meant by unary. I need a JavaScript automatically courses. Unary, then what is meant by binary, and what are okay unary, binary and brands. So we'll look at these three things. So what is unary? Do you know what is unary? Can you just tell me in the chat? So we'll just speed up right now. Can you just tell me what is meant by unary? Yep, Venkata Lakshmi has answered it correctly. It means it has a single operand. So for example, I am having a variable as 1, or say let's 10, and now I want to make it into negation. So what I can do is I can just reassign it to -x. Now if I do console.log and I console.log x, you can see that it has changed to -10. Yep, single operand, working with single operand. Correct. So now what is binary? Binary is like if unary is one operand, then binary is they are having two operands. So like we'll have the same example, and now I'll let y is equal to 5. So console.log, and I am doing x minus y. So I'll just, so this has converted. So now you have value as 5. So now this is, yeah, two operands. So this is just the difference between unary and binary. Now how you will use this? We'll use this going forward. So now coming to mathematical operations, I'll just write another multi-line code, comment. So mathematical operations, we have our addition. I'll just quickly cover this because I am guessing like these are like you have done in every language. Then you have subtraction. I'll just write the symbols also. Multiplication. Then you have division. And if you want to find remainder, it is percentage, and then there is exponent, which is double star. This is clear? Yeah, I'll share all the files. This whole folder will be shared with you guys, so you don't have to worry. So we'll just quickly see demos because I think these are very basic things. So I'll just give you one example regarding all those. Okay. So we'll just do console.log. Just have this duplicated. So now here we are doing suppose 2 plus 3. So just let me comment these things. So now we are having 5, then we will do 2 minus 6. So it is -4. So then we are having 2 into 3. and it's 6. I guess you can do the maths, and we will do. Now remainder gives you the remainder value, like it will, for example, if I am dividing 12 divided by 5, so it will just give you the, sorry, it will divide, okay, I have used the wrong, it will give you the remainder, that is 2 is remaining after dividing 12 by 5. Then now how you can find exponent? 5 is, I want to find square of 6, so it is 36. So this is, Amit Kumar, just hold on, because these are just some basic things. You will be like using these concepts going forward. Dhanalakshmi, attendance link is below. So what this operators I wanted to show you is, for example, I am doing I am combining a string and a number. So what happens? What do you think is going to happen? So just tell me the output. Like if I am doing 1 plus 2, what is going to happen? Can you just tell me the output in the comment section? Can you please type the output in the comment section? What is going to be the output of console log of number plus a string? Okay, great guys. So yeah, it is going to be 12, because what happens is it converts the number into a string and then concatenates it. So you will ask, sir, what if I put the string first and the number later? So we'll also try that out very quickly. Just put this as 2. So now it is going to do the same thing. It is going to concatenate it. So now we'll ask, sir, what if I have console.log. Now what if the number is 10 plus 20 plus a string? What is going to be the output of this? Okay, I already did the output. So yeah. So what happened here is, it first did addition of this number, then converted into a string, and added concatenated this string to this number, which is 30 and then 305. Is it clear? Okay, so now you will ask how it like it is converting a number into string while using this plus unary operator. So now what about the minus unary operator? Console.log. I'll write the same numbers and the same thing. I am just changing the operator. Can you please tell me the output of this thing? What is going to be 1 minus string 2? Just write in the comments before I proceed. Nan. Do you want to check out what is the output? I am getting 12 nan 12. Okay, so let's see whether you are correct. You got -1 as the output. You have -1 as the output, guys. You are wrong. Okay, still comments. One more thing I'll show you. Just tell me, I'll explain what happened here is, when you are using the plus unary operator, it converts the number into a string. But when you are using the minus unary operator, it will convert the string into a number while performing any operations with a number. I guess you have it cleared your doubt. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear, guys? These are just small things. I just wanted to make sure you are knowing this. Okay, yes. Like we'll be doing very we'll be seeing some of this thing. Okay, I'll show you just one more thing with division also how this works. Now I am doing console.log and I am putting 6 divided by 3. What is the output you think it is going to give you? Can you please put the output? What is this going to give you, guys? Two NaN error. Two. Okay, so yeah, you guys have got the idea what happens. Okay, so I'll just log this. So yeah, you guys are correct, it's 2. So now another concept we'll see is chaining of variables, chaining assignment. So like for example, I have 3 assignment, let x, let y, let z. Now I want to assign the same value to this all the variables. So how can I do that in a easy way is another like one way is giving the same value like this and doing this, but you have to be smart enough. Like JavaScript gives you one thing, like if you want to give the same value, you can just do x is equal to y equal to z equal to the value you want to give. Like you can also have your operations right here. If I want to give it 10 plus 20 into some number 5421, and if I go and console.log x comma y comma z, now you can see the console.log, what did I miss? Okay, x has already been defined somewhere. Where did I define x? Okay, so you can see that all those variables have got the same value as 108430. So like we defined all the variables in this single line. Yep, you guys are correct. So another assignment, in assignment what you want to learn is increment and decrement of a value. So for example, I am having a number as n is equal to 5. So one way of incrementing, as you might have learned, is writing n is equal to n plus 1. N plus 1. Okay, my numlock. Okay, and now I am doing console.log as n. So now the value has become 6, but there is one shorthand property to this, that is equal to n is equal to n plus plus. Okay, so my bad, that is equal to n plus equal to, okay, let me just correct it, n plus equal to 1. Yeah, so this is one way. Yeah, n plus equal to 1. Yeah, I made a small mistake there. Similarly, if you want to decrement the value, let p is equal to 5 and p minus equal to 1, and we are doing console.log p. So now it is 4. Now you have to see where you are putting this is equal to, because it will make a huge difference. If you want to see what it does, then you can just check, you can just remove this and put it here, and then if you see that it has replaced the value with 1. So why did it happen? Can you tell me why did this happen? So when I change the position of this operator compound assignment, why did it change the value of 5 to 1 and not incremented it? It is not assigning the value of +1. What it happens here is when you do this assignment operator, it completely ignores this unary operator of plus, and it will just replace the variable with whatever value you are just passing here. It will completely, like, it's similar to like there is no plus operator in between here. So like I am keeping this part in your code just in case you want to run and check it, the difference when you change the positions, because these are very small things. You might end up be like your brain will find hours and hours what mistake you have done. Like small things will also matter while you are coding. So yep, so going forward I guess everything like assignment in is all is done. Increment we have covered. Can you explain the XYZ again? So okay, I'll just go through it quickly. So okay, when you want to initialize many variables with the same value, you can just write them in a line, x equal to y equal to z, and you can give a specific value. So like if I am giving specific value as let's upgrade, now you can see that all those three have been printed at let's upgrade. Okay, now is this clear? Just a minute, give me a minute guys. Are your doubts clear guys? We'll come to the triple equal to operator while I'll teach the loops. Like after this we'll do string and number methods, and maybe in the end I'll start the loops. Yep. So is this much clear guys, this mathematical part? Like we have not covered everything. I'll like go in detail when it is required while we are using in coding. So I'll explain you at that time. These are just the basics you need to know. So we are done with data types. I'll just keep the data types open. And now we have to cover, I guess, yeah, now and data types. I have to like explain you array, functions and objects. Functions will deal in detail later. Array and objects I'll cover now. I'll just go and create another file called as methods.js. Now I want you all to focus right here, because these are some methods you are going to use while making projects, programs or web development part. Class is till maybe more 30 minutes max, because I'll just cover this methods and we'll start with loops. So by 4:15 or 4:30 we'll wrap up. Okay, so just the basics to test. If you're just keep this habit to test your file, even if you have programmed for years and years, keep this habit to test your script whether it's been linked or not. Now you might have seen me copying this file without like using copy paste. So what I am doing is I'll just give you the shortcut for this also. I'll just write it in h5 tag to copy the whole tag, select it and press shift plus alt plus arrow key where you want to take it. For example, I am putting up arrow. Now these are some shortcuts I'll be telling you as and when we use it. So for example, now my methods.js. Okay, so now I am selecting this file. I am hitting shift alt and up arrow. Now it is going up, it is coming down. So today's session, like it is usually like 2 hours, so from 2:30 we started, so we will end it by 4:30. Okay, so now we have our fourth JS file for today. So we can see it is working very fine. So we'll start with methods. So first of all, for methods, I guess I have covered every other thing. Yep. So for methods, number part we have already covered, like advanced part like math.floor, math.random, math.seal. If you want me to cover, I can cover it right now, but I am keeping that for separate session, wherein I can explain you why that random gets the value and how the value comes, how you can search between a particular range. So for math library, I will explain it in different session. So number, those basics are enough. Now I'll just start with the string. So we will have var, no, not a var, I'll use let str is equal to hello, how are you, and hello, how are you, and I'll just do console.log str. So now this is one way of as I said in this file, where is that 1.js, I guess, no, data types.js, I guess I showed you, yeah, this backtick part. Now I am going to cover this, like there are three ways, that is double quotes, single quotes, and backticks. Now I'm not going to cover that again. I'm just going to use backticks, how it helps. Now if you see, like if I want to write some one more line of code, like if you want to write some HTML part, okay, not this, consider I'm writing h2, hey there, and then I'll do this. Now if I'm hitting enter, you can see that I have this error right here, that it is telling that you cannot put a break in the line while using string. So if I want to write some HTML, like I want to write a p tag here, all good. So it is giving me an error like comma expected and everything. So what you can do, if your string is spanning for more than one line, so what you can do is just go here and replace it with backticks, and you can just write the whole HTML or any type of multi-line code right here, and it is printed as it is in the console. So if I am removing these lines, it will be like, you can see it automatically came to the starting of that line. So this is known as template literals. So how you can use these things, I'll just give you a very good example, and how you can, it saves your time. So I'll just initialize three variables. Let name is equal to for example Rio, we'll take some names Rio, and you can also, by the way, assign variables with comma. Then I'll do it the basic way. Let skill is equal to hacking, and let weakness is equal to Tokyo. So what if I have to console.log this whole thing in one string? So what I'll have to do is, I'll have to go and write, for example, I am telling about Rio. So the name is, then I'll have to put a space, then I have to plus, then I'll have to put this name variable, then again plus, then again a space, full stop, his hobby is a space, then plus his hobby is plus hobby, sorry, his skill is plus skill plus space, and his weakness is plus weakness. So now you can see that how much time did it take to write the whole thing. Now this is like, you can say you must say like it is okay, we can write this thing. Is it buffering, guys? Just saw some comments that the video is buffering. Can you just confirm that the video is going smooth? Yeah, we'll be using some characters from Money Heist only during the whole course. Okay, so everything is fine, great. So now what if I want to save my time? I don't want to like unnecessarily write plus space and the variable name. So I'll just comment this, I'll just write the same thing again using template literals. So the syntax is backticks. So I'll just start writing whatever I want. Now just observe this carefully. I'm just writing the same thing. The name is. Now when you want to include a variable inside your backticks, now you have the syntax is $, and this curly braces. Now what it means is value of what variable do you want, like name, and then I can do a full stop right here. His skill is, then again I'll put $, and this thing skill, and his weakness is, again I'll put $, and his weakness. Now you can see that we have the same string return, but how much time did it take to write this thing? Like it was very simple. Also you can do some operations using like arithmetical operations. For example, I'll do like quickly here to show you. I want to do 40 plus 40 and log it. So you can see it has already calculated. So like it works as an express, you can do calculations, everything inside this. So it will basically return the value whatever you are putting inside. So is it clear, this template literal part? Because going forward I'll be using this very frequently because it saves time, to be honest. Okay, dollar represents, like it is telling that the value should be inserted, and what value should be inserted is the name of the variable name. Okay, everything clear, guys? It is like Kotlin, correct? I have never studied Kotlin and I don't know how it works, so maybe it is same, it is not same. Okay, so now we'll just go ahead with now we'll study the methods of string. Let text is equal to so we have the text. I guess I have wrote this text correctly, the legacy text which you can see in every font file. The quick brown fox jumped over the wall, I guess I have wrote, so that doesn't matter that. So now what we'll look is, what if I want to check the length of the string? So we'll write to check the, I'll be writing the comments in detail so that it is easier for you to like go again through this. Console.log text.length. So that's it. Okay, so you can see it has 39 characters. Now it includes space also in it, so it has, the length is 39 characters of this whole thing. So now the next part is what you want to, if you want to convert your text into lowercase and uppercase. So I'll just write to change the case, console.log text dot to lowercase. Now this is a function, as you can see here it returns void, so like include it as a function. Now you can also read the definition, like VS Code give this amazing feature, it will like pop up, converts all alphabetical characters in string to lowercase. So this will convert the whole thing in lowercase. Similarly, I'll just copy this whole thing and I'll just convert this to uppercase. Now you can see the whole text is converted into uppercase. Yeah, length is a property, it is not a method. So you can also ask why it works on that length dot text dot length text dot uppercase, whereas this is a primitive data type. So how you can access those properties and everything, right? So I'll tell you one thing. So what happens behind the scene is a object wrapper is containing this text. So now what object wrapper is containing this text variable is the string container. So whatever methods and properties this string, this thing has, so you can see this properties it has, length, name, so whatever it has all will be available when it is contained in a container of that string thing. So behind the scene this text is a string, the capital string object. I guess that makes it clear how you can like why this dot and after everything you can access in any language, like basically any language. This is what happens behind the scenes. Reference data type I already have covered. So to change the case is done, then we have, okay, so now accessing the index. Now you can access individual characters of this. So to explain that I'll just again open Paint very quickly. So now if you have if for example I am writing TEXT here. Okay, now how the indexing happen is this will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3. So you might get confused sometimes that length is 4, index goes till 3. So that is how it works. Arrays will come to it, like I have purposefully kept it for the last because I am going to cover arrays and objects together. So yep, so this is the index part and this is the length of this thing is 4. So I guess this is clear. Index is the position of the character. Basically index is in programming starts with 0, like this is at the 0th position, this is at the first position, this character is at second position, this character is at third position. Template literals, just go back in the video and see it again. Anyways, I am going to be using it very frequently, so I'll explain it again that time when I use it again. So for example we have text and I want to find what is the variable at its first place. So you can see that it has thrown T, which is the first letter. So you can find any variable. For example, fifth character is U, like it will go 1, 2, 3, 4. It also counts space and 5. 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 we have U. So it is printing U here. Okay, now apart from this, if you want to find the index of a particular character, then you can use console.log then you can use index of what. I'll just take a C. Just a minute, guys. Okay, I did a mistake again. Text dot index of, yep, text dot index of. I'll just put what are the what characters are repeating. We'll use those because I want to explain you one more thing. Okay, we'll use the O character. Okay, we'll use the O character. Now the first index of O is at 12th place, like this is the 12th place. Everything will be counted, like when it is in the string, the index for every variable symbol, whatever it is taking one index position. So as you can see, we have one O here, one O here, and one O here, but it is giving me the index of the first occurrence of that character. So what if I want to have the index position of the last occurrence? So you can do text dot last index of and just pass here the same thing. Now you can see it is as 26th position, which is, where did it go, this position. I guess it is making more sense to you guys now. Can you please put in the comments if this is clear to you guys? Like these are very basic functions. You might think like this is a very theoretical part, but this is the thing which is going to affect your code when you write it for some website and everything. How to calculate length without considering space, I would like to give you that for homework. Like there are some, I'll just give you hint, there are some functions to remove the space and then you can calculate the length. So just Google some things out. I am intentionally not covering each and every method because it will be like spoon feeding everything, and I don't want to happen. I want you guys to Google out and explore by yourself because JavaScript is very vast. Backside index, just explore, buddy, just explore. I have purposefully kept some things aside. Just let me know. Now I'll see what other functions are available which I can tell you. This match is used, we will be using this in regex if and when we are doing regular expressions. Just tell me if you have understood this thing, then we can go ahead. So I'll explain what this is. Character at. So if you want to find what we did above is we found the text using the character. Now yes, slicing is very possible. So now what we are doing is reverse of that thing. We are finding the character using the index position. So we'll use the same thing like whatever we have given O here, which is at 12th position. To make it simpler, I am putting 12th here. So it is returning me O again. So intentionally I have used the same thing which I have used above. Yes, clear, sir. Enough for today, guys. This is just the basics. If you want to like learn more and more, you already have the access to the recordings after this session, so you can view it in slow mode or anything. I want to make sure that you understand each and every small concept in detail in this course. Clear. So now next thing we'll learn is console dot what if you want to see that if whether a particular strings ends with a certain word or certain character? So there is one method which is ends with. Now if you read the definition, returns the value it will return is not the string but true and false Boolean value. This is really good. Can you go a bit more advanced, as this is a bit basic? So I am starting with basics because there are many students who are like first time, they have come first time here, so I want to make sure they understand everything. Now in this case, like if I am putting this wall ends with wall, it should show me as true. So it is saying that that particular strings ends with wall. So but if I put something as well here, it will throw a message saying it is false, that your string does not ends do with well. So yep, and then I am keeping the remaining part as homework. Like there is splicing, substring, splitting. If you want me to cover, I'll just quickly do that also. Now console.log text dot split. Now what we'll do is it will tell on what basis do you want to split the text, and the return type, if you can see, is a array of strings. So now if I want to split this whole text based on wherever the space is occurring, so I'll just give a space and I'll just save this. In console you will see that it has given me an array of strings, like every word has been separated wherever the space is there. Now what if I want to separate it based on some letter? Now there are 3 E's here, so I'll just put E here. Now you will see that I got this 4 elements in array, th, quick brown fox. It will just eliminate that element and separate the text. Okay, now console.log. Okay, other I'll just mention what all are there. I will just go take an overview tomorrow on that. And I'll just mention there is substring, there is splice, then there is replace, then there is replace all. So there are many more. So this is the homework for this. I'll just mention it in the assignment. So we are done with the string part. So there is okay, so I am seeing that you guys are already bored, I guess, but now we come to the array part. Are you guys bored learning JavaScript, or like it is a very high level concept what you have learned till now? I just want to start with array and objects and cover, like we have more 17 minutes. I'll just complete array. Okay, I have got one doubt, why you are not using document.write. I explained it very well yesterday. Document.write will write in the page and it will just replace the whole text. When we deal with document object model, then I'll explain you how you can put your HTML, and maybe you can dynamically just write your text here and it is automatically being updated in the HTML. So when we go in DOM, we'll look that in detail. Okay, so array, how you can define an array is, let array is equal to, array is defined in this square brackets. Now first I will say some, what can we say, I'll just write some 1, 2 and 3, and console.log this array. So now you can see that it has logged this as an array, and the index is right here, 1 2 0 1 2. And if you see that, if you want to see what properties you get, then there is concat, constructor copy within, entries, filter, find index. Like this developer tool will give you everything. Now this is for each we are going to iterate on the loop. So this is something on developer console you can see. Like you must be familiar with this pop, push, reduce, reverse, shift. Those are all the methods which are available for this array, which are thrown in the console. It is available here, and it is also telling you the length of the array. Okay, so console.log arr. Now we can use, instead of this thing, I can also write I'll write different data types, and also I can write an array inside an array. So it will be 1 2, and it will still be printed 1 2 32, and then third element will be array, which will be subdivided into this. Yeah, regular expression we will have a overview. In the last I'll take regular expressions maybe. How to create a dynamic array, I'll teach you when you go into loops, that how you can append the value one by one. So if you want to check whether the variable or the object is an array or not, you have this prototype function console.log, which is available in this array object dot is array. Then you have to pass the variable name. So for example, if you have declared this text, I'll just put this text. You already know that it is string and not an array, so it will throw a false that this is not an array. But what if I put this array? It will tell that yes, it is array, so it will return as true. So is this clear, guys? The same like the same it works as we used for string. So I am just commenting the functions which are same. Index of will get you the index of the value right here. Like index of 0 will get you this index of passing 1 inside index of. I'll just write the syntax so you can just practice on your own. So it will return you the index, and then you have, okay, then this is some, I'll give this functions also. Okay, how to take input from user. I already covered one part. Like you can use prompt, which will open a text model. Input tag, that is everything of HTML part. I don't want to focus on HTML part that as of now in JavaScript. So one more thing before, like console.log, I will do array.reverse, and it will just reverse the array. Now if you watch closely, what here it has done is, we have tried doing this with strings and everything. Now what it has done is, as soon as I use this reverse method on that array object, it replaced the whole array and it reversed it. So when I am again doing this thing, I cannot, like, it is reversed. So you have to make sure that your original object is not being mutated. So like I'll just write here, let ref r is equal to r dot reverse, and then we can put reverse array here. So now you can see, okay, it has already reversed, I guess. Okay, so it has already replaced that thing. So make sure that you are not changing the original array. Okay, array dot to, it is not like that, it is like okay, just a minute guys, just a minute, give me a moment. Okay, so just a minute, I just closed your chats. Multi-dimensional arrays, maybe just explore for it. That the thing is, we don't have enough time, like you guys already get bored if I start going into very detail. Like I want to explain you guys everything, but you are only getting bored, so I have to like skip on some things. Like this is the way you can access the value at the index, not this braces but the square braces. So it is giving me 1. So yep, so next we have, I will give you okay, so if we have another array here, right here, let arr2 is equal to, I'll keep this short, like again some names, and I want to concatenate this array with that array. So what I can do is console.log what I have to concatenate, arr2, yep, arr2 I have to concatenate. Now you can see that it has added the element of the next array at the end of the array, like it has appended it at the end. Okay, am I missing your chats guys? Just let me check. Okay, some people are saying don't skip part, speed up. Okay, so now after this, then you have some things which is push. I'll just write the things which work similar. So there is push this up, okay, appending an element and removing. I'm making this simpler to understand so you don't get confused. Element, then you have here appending at the start, and you have appending at the end. The same you have for removing the element at the start and at the end. So how this works is, now if I want to do console.log, and if I want to do, okay, we have our array, I'll take array2 dot. Now I want to append at the start, so what I have to use is unshift. Now if you read the property, it is telling that elements to insert at the start of that array. So what I have to insert this string at the start, that is Tokyo. Made a mistake, and then console.log. I had to do this, console.log add to. Yep, now you can see that Tokyo has been appended to the start of the array. So now if I want to, like, I'll just copy this thing and I'm just linking the same things with similar names, so it is better for you to understand. Now I'll just copy paste it. Now, like, for removing the thing, for adding the thing, you have unshift. For removing the thing from the start, you have shift. So if you want to read the property, I'll just open the bracket, removes the first element from the array and returns it. So you have, like, it has removed the element. So if you don't pass it, let's try this here. See, it has returned the element which it has removed. Like, you have removed the element from the start of that array. So I'll just keep both the things. So now we'll go at the end. So for using at the end, there is something called as, now we are looking at pushing an element at the end of an array. So it's like pushing an element, appends new element to the array and returns the new length. Like, make a habit to read this documentation. So we will write Helsinki. Okay, wrong array. Array.push and console.log add to. So now you can see that Helsinki has been added to the end of the array. Similar thing, I'll just, okay, I'm missing semicolons, although JavaScript doesn't mind doing. So I'm just taking this and I'm just putting here. Now if I want to remove the last element and return, I can just use this pop method and just this will just remove the last element, pop. If you want to see this, I'll just, yeah, this is the last concept, guys. Just hold on. See, you can just, this will remove the last element. So guess we have done all the methods, not all the methods, some methods. These are all for you to do research. I'll explain it very quickly tomorrow. Sir, अभी सब गूगली जा रहा है. Great. So yep, we have done it in time, I guess. Objects are still remaining. I don't want to like overload it. Tomorrow we will do objects and then we will move to if else, for loops, functions and everything. So now, till now, do you have any doubts regarding today's session? Can just put those up. I am looking at your chats. Assignments, yes, today assignments will be there. It will be again some theory, because I want to make sure, like, I know you are not liking to write theory in JavaScript, but this is what is going to help you going forward. Like, if you go through all the documentation, literally code each and everything, so you are going to understand this thing. Yeah, we have floor division. I have not covered it intentionally. I have just kept some things. I'll be covering that math floor while we are like doing advanced things. going in functions. Currently I have not covered it. Okay, yeah, so one more thing, I got some comments yesterday like how to submit assignments. So yep, I want you to be fluent enough in HTML also, because whatever I am writing HTML, I promised you that I will be explaining you guys each and everything I am writing here. But apart from that, I am expecting you guys to go and learn some basic HTML, basic CSS. Scroll down the screen. What do you want to see here? Can you just hit like on the stream if you have liked the session today? I want to just see that how many students have actually understood. I am just checking the likes right now. Let me just check how many, like we have 457 viewers right now, and let me just check like how many of you have understood. I'll be like interpreting based on the likes. Okay, 217, very fair number. 239, great. How to explore new things using VS Code? I'll just tell one thing. When you are new to programming, just go on to Google and write everything you want, like anything you want to search, just go and Google and type it. Like, okay, I'll just give you one quick demo. So for example, I want to learn VS Code, about VS Code extensions. So I just have to type VS Code extensions. Now you will see many articles regarding this thing. So like it is not like you will find everything at one place. Each and everything like is there present. HTML snippets, whatever I am using, I am telling. I don't want to overburden you guys with all those things. It's 297 likes, great, thank you guys. I'll be ending the stream in 5-10 minutes. Yeah, assignments. Okay, so what all concepts have we covered today? Let me just go through it once more. I'm just commenting the whole script files, so you can just uncomment it one by one and it will be automatically linked and you will be able to see the code in the console. So just let me just check. Today we have covered interaction, this maths part, okay, and data types. Okay, so do you want me to type the assignment in HTML? You can cover all the path. We'll see how this goes ahead. Okay, great. So I'll just show you some, like whoever wants to, like we are done with the session guys. So like if you're already bored, you can just end the stream. I'm just writing out the assignments. This will be anyways be posted to GitHub and community, and in an hour max, like around 5:30 or 6. Quiz, currently like I have not prepared any quiz because I don't want to like keep some competition, right? Just go and Google out, ask me doubts. Okay, so we'll have h1 tag. Now these are some autocomplete things which are pre-installed in VS Code. So I'll just okay, h1. So I'll just, now one more thing, if you want to like multiply the elements, Like if I want to include, just watch this here, how it is going to create. So if I am putting an arrow, it means that inside S3 I want a p tag. You can see how it's been created right here. And I want to have this thing, maybe I might be wrong here. I want to have this thing 4 times. So I'll just hit enter and the whole snippet is made automatically. Attendance is in the comments, attendance is in the description, guys. So I'm just writing, okay, just write S3 tag individual. I just showed you the snippet how it works. Question 1, and now you can, as I said, and just do shift alt and do this. You want to select multiple cursor, you want to have multiple cursors. You just hold on alt and click, and you can edit the whole lines. So I'm just doing 2, 3, 4. P tag. Just let me go one by one. Okay, so okay, let's have some coding questions for you today. Write a JS code which takes input from the user and logs it in the console. This is very basic question. Second question I want you to have is write down, okay, not write down, explain with examples the remaining methods of string, make it proper, string and array. Okay, now this is second question. Now you have to write examples, a console log statement of the remaining methods of string and array, and a JS code which takes input from user and logs it. And apart from that, we have done this is okay. I guess 2 questions are enough for today. These are the 2 questions only currently I am giving for today. Just remove the extra things. Apart from that, just explore whatever I have taught today. And if you have any doubts, you can ask us on our community. Okay, you want a third question also, that's great. Let me make it third question also. Okay, ask a user if he is, do you want to try out if else block by yourself? Now this is one optional thing I am giving. If he is 18, if he is 21 plus and log the value can drink cannot drink based on whether it's true or false. Okay, now I'll make it very clear. Now this is a very optional assignment. Because it is going to have if else statement, so whoever can do should do, and whoever is not able to do will anyways cover if and else and for loops, while loops, functions, objects tomorrow. Loading that HTML is very simple. Just hit, I have like given in day 1 notes, I have it right here, I'll just show you. Here it is on the first line, shift and exclamation mark and press tab, the whole boilerplate will load. So yeah, we are done with the session, guys. So yeah, thank you for today. Thank you for your time. We'll meet tomorrow. So yep, bye guys. Have a wonderful day. Be safe.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we Sleep till I come home. Dream